What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking it out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the notify button so you can always be notified when I'm dropping new videos on this 23 TRD Pro Toyota Tacoma. And this is the 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma, and it's just absolutely awesome. For all you 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma owners out there, you know exactly what I mean. This is just one of the best looking trucks on the market. It's one of the most capable trucks on the market, if you ask me. Not too big, not too small, just the right size, right? So as you guys know, I got the paint protection done on this truck finally. So I've already posted that in one of my other videos. So I just kind of take you for a little walk around and see what we got, where you can see a little bit more detail. You can get in there, you can kind of see the creases and where they've got it. I haven't looked too close to this, I just know that it's on there. And the paint protection is cool, you know, especially with rock chips. If you're trying to protect your vehicle and you're the person that cares about all the little rock chips flying up, stuff's always flying up on the freeway, and debris, whatnot, you name it, it flies up. I've seen metal stuff fly up and hit my car before. So it's at least a little bit of a peace of mind when you have this, because maybe it tears, you know, the paint protection kind of stops it. It might tear the paint protection, but it doesn't go through and get your paint. They can just replace that. So, you know, with me paying $1,700 for this, anytime this stuff goes haywire, if a rock chip flies up through there, I take it back and they take care of it. I mean, for $1,700, you know, they ought to. Like, I don't really say ought too much, but that was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, we're just hanging in here. We're just enjoying the truck. Haven't really been enjoying the truck because we haven't really did any adventures yet. I think I got around 200 miles on it, so I've really only driven it from the dealership and home and back to the dealership pretty much, you know. So I won't try to say you know or too much this video. So up next, we're going to be getting these decals taken off. Probably going to get the truck tinted. That's what I want to do. I want to get the truck tinted. And also, you guys, I need to go down to the post office. Maybe that's something I'll do this week coming up, and get me a P.O. box set up for the channel so I can start mailing stuff and you guys can start mailing me stuff, right? But no, I want to get up a P.O. box set up, and then I can start mailing you guys stuff and you guys can mail me stuff if that ever happens. I know I have a subscriber that's going to send me some lights, some bed lights, so that's awesome. And I want to send out some stuff that I have as well to you guys. I know I've been talking about it, but the stuff's just sitting in the cabinet, so I would love to be able to get that out to you guys. Some of the things I have, I've got suspension, I've got factory 2022 TRD off-road suspension, front and back, that I never used. I mean, I used it probably 1,000 miles, and then I switched to the TRD lift kit, and that came with front shocks and rear shocks and all that good stuff. So I've got that. I've got a factory TRD off-road skid plate. I've got a factory shift knob if you need one for off-road, and I also have those black lugs. And I know people have said they want the black lugs, but nobody has messaged me with their address or whatever. And I know it's kind of one of those things. It's like people might not want, you know, their address out there like that. I know my wife wants me just to get a P.O. box, so because I have a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've had some sponsors and stuff, and they want to send stuff to me as well. So I figured I might as well just get a P.O. box so I can start receiving stuff like that from sponsors and not have to just keep on giving out my address. Not like I'm worried about anybody coming to take me out or rob the house, but you know, the crazy times we live in. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking to do. I want to get some tint on here, looking to get some new snow rated tires. And eventually, I would like to get probably, I've talked about it before, but I think I want to do a tonneau cover. So a low profile one similar to the backflip. That's the one. And I always try to think of the other company that makes them. The Lear. Lear also makes one, I believe it's Lear, that makes one that's basically just like the backflip, but just a little bit cheaper. But so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, definitely want to get the tint. I mean, I don't hate the Tacoma sign on there because, like I mentioned before, When I had mine under, it wasn't the OEM, so it always kind of looked ashy, where this looks black. It's not like an ashy black, so it doesn't look bad, but I think it will look smooth without it. Definitely thinking about some step bars, some Predator step bars is what I'm kind of thinking, because I've always wanted them, and I just think the black and the orange really go well together. So I think that will work. I know they kind of hang down lower, so that's a problem to some people, but I'm not going to really be off-roading that tough. So I'm thinking about that. Still thinking about that. I just kind of like it because it is OEM, and you know, they're not as expensive as some of the other rock sliders and things like that are. So that's definitely something that I'm considering. Maybe do like some better LED lights for the interior. Oh yeah, and the locking tailgate is definitely what I want to do, because this did not come with it. So that's one thing that I'll be doing. Tinted windows, locking tailgate, bed lights, new tires, and some rock sliders or Predator step bars. And I think I'll be good for a second, and then we'll see what else we can do. I do like the Rigid Industry fog lights. Kind of let you guys see those. Now you see they're not like as on the off-road. You see how they're round, and I guess it's because these are for like, it's regulated that you have to have, they have to be a certain size if your truck's a certain height. So they couldn't go with the round one, so they're like half the size of your average fog lights, because it is lifted. I'm still on the fence about the sorry to say again, Westcott's design collar. It's like a lift collar, and it gives you like a couple inches, I think, in height, maybe an inch in the front and a half inch in the back, so it makes it even all the way around. So I got out the way for Prime. Look, I'm out the way, so they were able to do that. He's probably coming here. My wife's always ordering something from Amazon. So anyway, just enjoying the truck. Today's been a nice day to get out here and get a video to you guys. Again, I can't say it enough. Thanks to all the support. I won't be mentioning it after these videos about, you know, if you guys would like to donate, like I said, anything at all helps, even if it's $5. And shout out to all the subscribers who have sent $5. I will post the link in the description. It'll either be the GoFundMe or it'll actually be the funeral service that you can donate directly to as well. So I definitely appreciate that. And I'll probably just set up my Cash App for whatever on the page, just in general, like if you feel the need to make a donation even after all this is over. But yeah, I'm not here to be asking people for donations or anything like that. I just really enjoy what I do, and I'm glad I do have a platform to where I have been able to ask for some help to some of my people on the channel. So thanks a lot. I really didn't want to have to ask for help, but as I mentioned, my mom didn't have insurance. Heck, I don't even have insurance, and I know I've said that before, so I'm planning on getting that taken care of this week and doing something about that. So we're gonna do that. Shouldn't be having, you know, at least a nice truck and a nice car, and you don't even have insurance. You got to get your priorities straight. My priorities haven't been straight for a long time. It's one of the reasons why I purchased this truck, but we'll get that taken care of. And like I said, I don't want to be reaching out to you guys and trying to abuse that or anything like that. I wouldn't do anything like that, because I definitely just appreciate having this channel, and I appreciate you guys. And you guys aren't here to be donating to such and such and this and that and the third, but I do appreciate everyone who has helped with my mom. Like I said, it's been difficult. She's been very, very sick for a long time, and she just didn't have insurance. So it's one of those things. A lot of people, I guess, you know, they always try to put it off until it's too late. So if that's you, make sure you do something. I'm going to try to contact some people next week. I know my brother sells insurance, but he's in California, so we'll see what we can do. But anyway, enough about that. Try not to say that as much. But yeah, these Tacomas are awesome. As I was mentioning in the other video, that they are this is gonna be the last year. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna carry this color over like they did Electric Lime, if they're gonna carry this over to the new gen. I really like this color. I don't want to be greedy with it. I hope everyone else can get this color and other on other trim levels, like the sport and the off-road is usually how they do it. But I'm definitely interested to see what the next gen Tacoma looks like, what kind of engine they're going to use, what kind of transmission, type of horsepower, the torque, and the fuel economy. But I'm definitely happy with this truck. It's definitely a lot of fun to drive. It's all around, you can go anywhere with this truck, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I do like having it. And you know, like, I'm gonna have to go up and get some of my mom's belongings in the next couple of weeks. I believe I'll be heading up to Seattle. Before that, I think it'll be soon. We're gonna be going up there, and she's got like a big dresser, not a big dresser, but it's gonna be pretty good size. So it's good to have a truck for that stuff. And once I get this thing broken in, I'm gonna get all this junk off the side of my house. So I'm gonna get a trailer, hook that up. At least that's what I've been saying, but I really do want to. Once I get 1,000 miles, I mean, I'm not going to be towing. I think this thing goes up to 6,400 pounds. I don't plan on towing more than a couple thousand pounds with this truck. So I think that will be fine, and you definitely want to test it out. Or, you know, I could go another route and rent a truck, a U-Haul, and just fill it up with junk, but I don't think that would be fun. So I at least want to hook up a trailer to it and see how it does. And then, you know, of course, we'll film that. So that'll be some footage for the channel and just to see how that goes. I know sometimes people kind of struggle with having a manual. At least I've seen some people complaining about having a manual, and it's been difficult to pull a trailer without it going in and out of gear or something, they said. But I know having a manual in general is fun. This guy was like, basically having the manual, he said, even when you take off, I think he was saying if you take off traction control, it wouldn't allow it to slip or anything, even in the rain. So you really, what I was taking from it is you couldn't burn rubber, I think. But I've seen people kind of sliding around in the dirt burning rubber in the manual, so I don't know if it's the same thing on the pavement. I know with my all-wheel drive in that Tesla, in the rain, it just like sticks. It's like you're not burning nothing. You ain't burning no rubber in that Model Y. So maybe it's a similar thing with the traction on there. You just can't, it won't allow you to lose traction. So in this, I think you can take off the traction control, when you might be able to, I don't know if it's enough horsepower to burn any rubber, but you might be able to. But I'm just glad to be back in a Tacoma, and definitely to be in the Pro. I've mentioned it before, I never really planned on getting a Pro, but I'm definitely, you know, it wasn't pretty, once I was able to get this, if I could try to say this, I was happy to be able to get it. And it's like I was going to basically do whatever it took to get this truck. And that's basically what I did, and I got it, and I'm definitely happy with it. And like I said, the biggest thing for me is just being able to get this thing out and enjoy it and get on some adventures. So I'm on several Tacoma groups, so hopefully I'll be able to get out and get it on a trail, or even if I have to go by myself or go with a friend. So if you are in the Pacific Northwest between Portland, Salem, Eugene, hit me on my Instagram. Let's link up. Let's head up to Mount Hood or something. Let's get in some snow. But before I even do that, I guess I better get some snow tires, right? And then maybe get a couple recovery boards or something like that. So I'll probably get some little gear like that set up. But I'm definitely looking forward to having adventures with this truck. And I just love the color. I love the Tacoma. And I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy, and I'm definitely content with this truck. And as I've mentioned before, I don't plan on getting rid of the truck anytime soon. You know, I really would like to hold on to it for a while. In order for me to get rid of this one, the next gen would just have to be way better, and that's kind of hard to imagine, but we'll see what happens. And it probably would be a couple years. You know how everybody says you don't want to get the first model year, but Tacoma usually gets it done right. So who knows if that's just a good old wives' tale or not, but we'll see. Like I said, I like this color. I like how it looks. So I'm not in any rush to get rid of it, not just for the next new model. I'm not doing it like that. Those times are gone. I'll kind of talk about that as well. So I bought a few cars this year and traded a few cars and did that. And that was only because the market allowed it. This was the first time ever you were able to buy a vehicle, drive off the lot, and to be worth more than what you paid for. Well, those times are over. They're completely gone. So it's like, I played musical chairs for a while, dancing around and trying out stuff and seeing what I liked, and was able to, you know, lose a few bucks. I didn't mind losing a few bucks, and I started losing money as I was getting rid of the Charger. Lost money, you know, on a couple of vehicles. So you know, as time got closer to where it is now. So now you can't even do that. Now it's kind of back to the same old. When you drive off the lot, you instantly lose money depending on what kind of vehicle you have. Well, you guys know that these trucks have the best resale value. They hold their value. So that's one thing about having a Tacoma. It is going to hold its value. One of the things that they did take a hit was because the gas. When gas was super high a couple months back. Now we've been trending towards this, and it's finally happened. So just a few months ago, interest rates and everything else went up on homes and vehicles. So right now it's just, you know, unless you got impeccable credit, or I've never used that before, but unless you just have great credit, you know, your interest rate could be possibly high. But at least these trucks are showing up a lot more. I've been seeing, I just yesterday when I was leaving to go take the truck up to the dealership to get this protection on there, I seen the same exact truck I have, seen the TRD Pro in the same exact color. The dealerships are having a lot more Tacomas on hand. They've gotten a couple TRD Pro 4Runners up there. They even had a Sequoia. That new Sequoia looks hot. It looks really, really nice. It's definitely like the Cadillac of Toyotas is that Sequoia. It looks really good. I mean, that redesign, they just completely nailed it. The horsepower, like, I really like the Sequoia. I like that a lot. And I even like the 4Runners a lot, as you guys know. But yeah, so that's what was going on when I was, you know, I bought and got rid of a couple cars and got the Charger just to see if I was really going to be happy with it. I did not like that color at all, and I wasn't sold on the wheels. If it would have been any different color, I might have would have tried to hold on to it. But basically, after having a 392 and then, you know, just upgrading to a wide body and still having that same motor, I was over it. You know, if I would have upgraded to a Hellcat, that would have been a different story. And even then, it would have been tough, because if I would have had to choose between this and a Hellcat, I don't know. I mean, I really like my Tesla a lot. It's really, really fast, and it kind of checks the box as far as speed and having a car and things like that. So I think I still would have wanted a truck. I mean, especially with my channel, I would have needed this truck. So it just doesn't work right now, and didn't make sense for me to have the Charger. So it definitely didn't make sense for me to have that 392. So that was gone. So that wasn't, if I had to choose between the 392 or this, you see what I chose. You see what I chose. So it's not always about horsepower. And I just like this car, this truck, I should say, a lot better than I like my 392. Even the wide body, and I really like that narrow body because it was the right color. I think if you're gonna get something and you're gonna spend a lot of money on it, make sure it's what you want. You know, don't settle for something that you don't want, because then you get it and you're just like, oh, you're thinking about it like, hey, I paid what I paid for this truck and I'm happy. I got what I wanted. I love the color. I love everything about this truck. You know, the things that I don't like about it are just things that I don't like about it. But overall, I just love this truck. So it's like all the things that I didn't like about it they were already known. It's not like a surprise, like, oh, the gas mileage sucks, or oh, it's not enough power. None of that stuff. You know, the color, everything is exactly what I wanted. I got the truck that I wanted, and I'm happy with it, and I'm enjoying it. And I plan on enjoying it, you know, for a long time to come, Lord willing. So yeah, I'm just excited about getting some tint on here. And I know, so like sometimes this truck looks red. Like when I'm in the Tesla and I'm watching the videos on YouTube, I know, right? Crazy, huh? I mean, that's one thing about having a Tesla. You can literally, you can go in your garage and you could just turn on, you could just watch TV in there. You know, you can watch movies in there and just, you know, you can have the car running, obviously, because it's electric, so you're not gonna kill yourself with the carbon monoxide or whichever one that is. So yeah, that's cool. But when I'm watching it in there on the screen in there, it looks red. It looks straight up red. But then I go back and I watch my videos on the phone, because yes, I do watch my videos, and the truck's orange. So depending on what kind of screen you're watching this on, it could look really red or it could look orange sometimes. The truck is orange with the flakes in it, and I can't say enough about how I really like the color. It's like, I'm always making these videos, but sometimes I very seldom really just get to really take it in, unless I'm like in the garage and fiddling around when they're charging a Tesla or something. Then I get a look at it. But so I'll go and watch these videos just to really kind of check it out. But just looking at it overall, it's just a beautiful truck. All of these third gen Tacomas are good looking trucks. Like I said, if you got a Tacoma, you're in the game, because you can build it up, you can do whatever you want to it. This is the coolest truck to mod out, I think, in history. You know, you can do so many things to these trucks. It's like the sky is the limit. And we're at about 20 minutes in this video, so I'm like, I don't know, I've just been rumbling and rambling along. But I definitely love that hood scoop. I probably would have, if I wouldn't have got this, I probably would have got a Sport and did the same thing that I did with my TRD. And I just like the hood scoop. It just really looks cool. I know it's not functional, but it looks really good, especially with the black accents and things like that. So if you want this look, you can always get the Sport and then just trick it out, mod it out. But yeah, I just want to get on some trails and stuff. I don't want to be a pavement princess forever. You know, I don't want it to be a pavement princess forever, or just some YouTube superstar this truck is. I want to actually use it. I want to get out in the snow. I want to go on adventures, because I think that's also what I bought when I bought this truck, was something like that. I'm able to do that. Like, I don't own any ATVs, I don't own any motorcycles, so I can take this to the dunes. I can take this when we go hiking and things like that. But I just really want to drive it around in the snow and the dirt. And having that paint protection, it kind of all ties back in. Having that, it kind of makes me feel a little bit better as far as a little bit of rocks and stuff. Maybe get some mud flaps, but I don't know. I don't really like, I got mud flaps on my Tesla, and it just kind of takes away from the look. But maybe the ones, I know you can do the one in the front, or you could do the one in the rear. I think if I was to do mud flaps, I would just either put ones in the front or ones in the back. I wouldn't do all four. So I would just choose where I wanted to put them at. And yeah, so we'll keep this video right around 25 minutes. So I've dropped 2 videos today, so we'll get these posted up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing stuff with this truck, doing more mods with it, and just to seeing what I'll do. So as I mentioned, you guys, make sure you guys check out, I know I kind of, you know, I wasn't happy about, who is happy about markups? Who is happy about, you know, paying for stuff that they wish they didn't have to pay for, you know? But as I mentioned also in my comments, they did give me $1,000 more than what they wanted to give me for my trade-in. So it kind of took $1,000 off of the markup that I had to pay. I mean, those guys is good over there, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business. So whether people are cool or whatever, you know, I'm cool. I'm glad that they're cool, because they could just be doing business and not be cool. But at least they're cool. Like, I like the people over there. I'm cool with them. I wish some of the stuff would change. I mean, but it's like one of those things to where if you own a business, you can do what you want to do, I guess, kind of, sort of. You know, if you get a business, you run it how you want to run it. So it's like, you're going to buy or you're not going to buy. And that's just how it is. But they're good folks over there. And I don't mind going over there. I prefer to go through those guys and get my vehicles, because I mean, I've gotten such cool vehicles. So this one is definitely super cool. I can't tell you guys how much I really do like this truck a lot. It's just a beautiful, good looking truck, and it's just so capable. It's a very capable truck, but I'm looking forward to doing mods and just having fun with it. I do want to get some rock sliders on there. I just don't want to spend too much money. It'll probably be later on down the road, after we get this whole situation with my mom taken care of, and you know, we got a baby, I'm raising my nephew here, you know, and yeah. So I'm just fortunate enough that we're able to do that, because you know, it could have been a case to where we weren't financially able to be able to take care of my nephew like we have been for the last 3 years. So thanks God to that. Thank God for that I was in a position to be able to help out him and when he was in a tight spot, and when the family was in a tight spot. So, but anyway, so yeah, we'll get more mods, you know, as soon as we can. And hopefully I'll be getting on some type of, you know, once we get done again, once I take care of some of the stuff with my mom and everything, get that all squared away, I can get on some adventures, kind of do some stuff to keep my mind off things. Maybe get out there and do some outdoor shooting. And, you know, like I said, we're going to get the junk on the side of the house moved. And I can't wait to actually get a Christmas tree. So that'll probably be one of those things. Maybe we'll try to go find a place where we can drive really far out and cut it down ourselves for the first time, and get kind of dirty and do that. And maybe get up to somewhere where there's some snow. I want to get somewhere where there's snow, but I don't want to go too deep with these tires. So we'll see what happens on that. But I'm just, as you guys can tell, I just want to get out and get in the element. So maybe I can just do some light stuff, maybe hit some light trails where I'm able to utilize the tires that I have now. So basically, I've been talking about tires. So what I'll probably do, obviously, since I learned a lot last time from getting rid of tires and getting rid of wheels, I'm going to definitely hold on to my OEM wheels. I don't plan on changing out these wheels for quite some time, but I'm going to hold on to these tires, because what I'll probably do is just keep these for like summer fall tires, you know, or maybe even spring. But you know how it is. Once you get those all-terrain, once you get you some Wild Peaks on here, or Falcon Wild Peaks, or whatever they call them, or you get you some KO2s, or you get you some Toyos, you just keep them on the truck. You know, it's like an all around year tire, so you just keep them on there. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm excited about the truck, and I'm excited to see what's to come. But let me let you guys go, because we are already at 25 minutes. Thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being good folks. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep on dropping your comments below, your concerns, anything like that, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Sometimes I don't see the comments, but I always try to return them